Hello, everybody. Welcome to Laughing Tears on YouTube. We're trying something new. We have never really thought that we even get to this point, but because of you, our audience, our listeners, we here. What we're going to start doing is something that me and Buff had a vision about, where we're pretty much taking two perspectives, from a woman's side and a man's side. That's why me and Buff started this, and it's something that we have a vision about. So basically, what we're going to start doing is that before each topic, me and Buff gonna get on YouTube and voice our true opinions. 'Cause sometimes on the radio show, we voice our opinions, but we can't really voice very strong opinions because we have to kind of let our listeners set the tone of the show. So this is something that we're gonna do on a more consistent basis before every topic to give you guys our true input and our true thoughts and probably say some things that we probably wouldn't normally say on our radio show. But I mean, it's keeping it real, 100, the whole nine. Not that we don't keep it real on our show, but again, sometimes we have to like let the listeners and the callers set the tone for the show. We can't be so, I guess, judgmental, as some people would say. So our next topic, of course, is coming up this Sunday at 5:30 p.m. Central Time, and the topic will be, when do you talk to your children about sex? Man, this is a great topic. Buff picked. Got to take a side on this one. Well, typically for me, it's just my opinion. Got to put that disclaimer out there. I remember for me, I got curious about the sixth grade. What is that? Between 11, 12, 10, somewhere around there. Some 11, 12, somewhere around that age range. That's when my curiosity came. I started really feeling myself probably like eighth grade, close to graduation. That's when I really wanted to get, curious about ladies and things of that nature. So I feel like it's two levels to this. It should be first based on your child's maturity level. If you feel your daughter or son is mature at the age of 10 or 11, sit down and have that talk with them. But if you feel like they're not until they like 12 or 13 or what have you, then that's okay too. Now, or you can just pretty much say, I'm going to do it between the ages of 12 and 13. But I believe no later than 13, 14, this talk has to be done. It's so much going on. We have change in our society. It's a new age and it's new change. And if you don't believe it, we wouldn't have Obama in the White House. So with that being said, we as parents have to also change. We as parents have to take different roles and different responsibilities that maybe our parents didn't have to take. That's just life. It is what it is. Is it fair? It's probably not, but life is never fair. So what I'm saying to that, we have to speak on issues like homosexuality. We have to speak on the crime. We have to speak on the multiple diseases. We have to talk about the lack of jobs. We have to talk about all these things simply when we're just talking about something about sex. And you sit down with your kids and you give them real talk. You tell them the do's and the don'ts. Now, of course, we all want to have that imaginary sense in our heads as parents that our kids are going to wait until they get married or as long as possible. But I'm a realist, and I hope you are a realist. You can only do what you can. And parents, this is real key. If you have set your child down and you found out it's too late, they're no longer a virgin. I'm gonna take that deep breath with you. Go get you a shot of Patron. If you smoke squares, you smoke that other stuff. Come back to your child and say, "Hey, okay, you did that. Now let's take these precautions. So hopefully you won't do it again. But you know how it is when you open that door; it's hard to close it. But these are the things that you need to really understand: the emotion behind it, the physicalness behind it, all these different things, the feel goodness behind it, all that. We as parents got to just come out of our comfort zone, just sit our kids down at the round table and simply just talk about this. That's it. That's all. Um, a lot of parents, of course, have that first line of defense where my child is this. I know my child wouldn't do that. I know my child wouldn't do this. And that's like something that you building up in your head and you setting yourself up and your child up for failure. And no more of the birds and bees crap. That was cool, I guess, in our parents' generation or maybe before. But nah, these days it's too drastic out here. It's too much going on. It's too many new diseases. It's too many different sexual behaviors out here going on. You know what I mean when I say sexual behaviors? A lot of confusion about what you're supposed to be with and what you're not supposed to be with. So we can't do the birds and bees no more. We can't say that if you go to Sears and look on the shelf, you'll find a baby. Can't do that no more. That's just real. Now you can choose to do that, but don't be upset or mad at your child or yourself when things don't go the way you plan. And even after all this preparation, even after this video, even after Buff does her video, you still may be presented with a situation where your child is having sex. But you have to still, as parents, try to curve it. Try to curve it like we try to curve everything through our shows, through domestic violence, the relationship shows that we have. So try to curve it. Sit them down, talk to them, give them real talk, tell them you love them. And as far as our men, black men, and men in general, but I'm specifically speaking of our black men, come on, fathers, for real. Sit your baby girl down and give a real talk on how we manipulate women from time to time. We've all done it. We've all played that field. We've done it. Whatever the case may be, sit them down. Say, hey, baby girl, that's bull crap. And if you got, I'm lucky. I feel like I'm lucky in this spectrum because my son is older than my daughter. So I really, I'm hard on my son. I'm extremely hard on my son. He's gonna watch this video as well as my daughter, but it's for a purpose. When he gets older, he may dislike me, whatever the case may be. But I'm not here to be his best friend. But my point is that I'm making him that line of defense. Like, hey, you out here, you playing the field a little bit, so when somebody come into your sister on some bull crap. So be that first line of defense, like, nah, sis, we ain't on that. Then bring them to me, and so on and so on. I know jokingly I used to always say I'm gonna do the Martin Lawrence scene from Bad Boys when Will and Martin did the whole Ludacris scene and stuff. I think me and my guys are actually looking forward to doing that. But realistically, though, we got to really try to calm our nerves and be respectful to the young man because we was there, we was kids, teenagers, what have you, and just talk to him and show him the responsibility that sex brings. Show him that it's just not such a feel good. It's also a lot of responsibility that comes along with it. And with that being said, this is pretty much a serious topic, so I'm gonna try to stay serious. I'm not gonna start cracking my jokes on Buff Bay, but you will see it a lot on my version and her version, and she'll try to crack her little jokes. But I want to kind of stay focused on this topic. But again, I thank you. I thank all our listeners and our callers, and I thank Laugh and Tears, and hopefully we can keep doing what we're doing. With that being said, y'all have a great evening, and don't forget to tune in this Sunday. I believe that is October 31st, which is Halloween. Be careful out here. Be safe. 5:30 p.m. Central Time. Again, we will be moving our shows on the 7th of November on Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. From now on, every show we do, hopefully, God willing, will always be at 8:30. That being said, thanks for tuning in. Have a great evening, and I'm out.